It's important as you get older in life to be open and make time to meet new people. Matt and Julia, with some of our closest friends we've met. With them, it was just instant comfortability. Matt and I, you name it, there was just a lot of shared interests.
I think because we were all transplants, Dave and Faith from Chicago, Julie and I from Boston, it was easy for us all to kind of latch on, and we became each other's support system.
We only overlapped in San Francisco for like a little over a year. Kind of crazy that in less than 12 months or so, such a tight bond was formed.
We moved back to Boston. We were starting a new chapter.
We were just so focused on growing our family, and we always wanted to have children. And so we just weren't even considering that anything could come in the way of that. And then enter January 2021, where everything changed.
A normal person has a creatinine level between 1 to 1.5, and mine was about a 20. It's dramatic kidney failure. Diagnosed me pretty quickly, actually, with a rare genetic disease called atypical HUS, which is a blood syndrome that attacks the red blood cells, and then the kidneys can no longer function.
When I first heard about Matt's diagnosis, we were just shocked. How could this be happening, right? They should be building this beautiful life together, growing their family. Like, that's what they should be focused on right now. Those are the only doctors they should be seeing.
I was pale, I was frail. It's like you don't want people to see you like that. I didn't want her to see me in the hospital.
It's hard enough to be sick and to be battling and to be on this machine for most of your life. It's a whole other layer when your doctor team then says, go forth and find your kidney. We're kind of like, aren't you guys gonna help us with that?
You're in a meeting with a transplant coordinator. You know you need a transplant, and you say, well, how do we do this? You really have to be your own advocate.
We're plateauing in this search to find a kidney. So I posted on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Once that went live, that's when the applications started pouring in.
The thought of being a living donor was so outside my purview. The only time I'd ever thought about donating organs was kind of checking the box on my driver's license.
Dave apparently was in the running, but we didn't know how likely it would be, and we certainly didn't know how far he was getting.
We FaceTimed them and told them the news.
He's like, hey, Matt and Jules. He's like, it's me. I just got approved to donate my kidney to you. Yeah. We just started screaming.
They were crying. So excited, so appreciative. It was a pretty special feeling.
Tell me how you been, man. How's it work?
There wasn't much of a question. I'm healthy. I've got 2 kidneys. He needs 1 kidney. This is what you do. Why would you not?
For me, the fact that we have an 18-month-old son who is just hitting his stride would never be possible without this. Fundraising,
Matt talked about trying to repay your donor, and nothing can really repay them. No dinner, no gift, nothing. So for this, we're really just trying to do some good in the world to honor Dave's gift. There's 100,000 people on the transplant list. How can we channel the people who need it, the people who want to give it, and connect them? And not just that, but how can we remove the barriers for the people who want to help so it's that much easier to get over the threshold and do it? We met with the American Kidney Fund in September 2022, 1 year to the week from Matt's transplant. And by June 2023, we were fundraising to start this program.
We came to the AKF with an idea about 2 years ago.
The Living Donor Assistance Program supplies grants to living kidney donors. It covers anything out of pocket that you might incur. So that's time for lost wages, childcare, pet care, gas, plane travel, hotels, meals, etc. And the numbers add up. Grants, I think, provide people a little bit of extra cushion to allow them to focus on what's most important. That's donation, that's recovery, and not worrying about all the other things that they shouldn't have to worry about. It's been 18 months and we're in 6 states.
Well, I have good news because you guys raised so much money. We're actually going to be able to do the entire state of Illinois as well. So not just Chicago.
That's amazing.
I think the surprise is how fast it's changing. We didn't anticipate that at all, and then we hope that continues.
And I think that partnership with the American Kidney Fund is just invaluable. They've just been such an incredible partner to us. They're right there with every step of the way. And the goal really here is to keep going. And for me, it really goes back to Dave.
To hear the word Changemaker, it's totally surreal. I hope more people can be part of it.